Hey guys, I wanted to make a quick video showing something I found interesting while writing an upcoming video. Argonian Belly-Buttons have gone through a few changes between the Elder Scrolls games and tend to not exist when they do for other races. This actually aligns with some lore findings about Argonian birth cycles. So I'll go through them all by game first, and then I'll give kind of wider explanation as to why it matters. In Daggerfall, we can see Argonians completely naked, showing us a full reptilian belly. Maybe the female has a little indent, but I think that might just be my imagination. Comparatively, no other race is missing the belly button, except for the male Khajiit for some reason. The Elder Scrolls Adventures Redguard features one Argonian named Drekius. That guy had some pretty high pants, but I'm gonna go with no belly button on this one, though it's pretty up in the air. Not much to say and not much to work with on this one. Morrowind continues this full lizardy body experience, but here you can see a kind of indent where a belly button could be, as well as some other indents. This is also the period when Mark Nelson at Bethesda was fleshing out a lot of the Argonian lore, and in true lore master fashion invoked more mystery around Argonian births. But then Oblivion happened, and we see a return back to our lizardy bodies. No noticeable belly buttons on males or females, while the other races are clearly marked. The Khajiits are a little hard to see, but you can see there's definitely something going on under that fur. Skyrim's Argonian men kept the trend going, but for some reason females have a belly button now. We are talking about Bethesda here, so maybe it's an oversight, like the Khajiit male in Daggerfall. If there's a lore reason for this anyone wants to try and explain, you can, but I'm all out of ideas on this one. Elder Scrolls Online, our latest source, gives us the scaly belly for both Argonian men and women again. Highest def belly, no belly button for either sex. This is technically our most recent canonical source, at least in my mind. So what's the point of thinking about Argonian belly buttons? When you're born as a mammal, you're attached to your mother by an umbilical cord so that you get your nutrients to live in the womb. When it's cut, your belly button remains. Argonians don't have this because they're ovoviviparous, meaning that their babies are developed in eggs, which typically hatch inside the mother, and then come out as if it were any other live birth. Now, the reason why the belly button thing is interesting is actually because of the confusion in the lore community around Argonian births. In many communities in Blackmarsh, eggs are clearly hatched. Argonians in the games reference hatching all the time.
Egg brother.
Some sources, like our example with Mark Nelson, can confuse things a bit. We see tons of visual evidence in ESO of Argonian eggs, but these examples rely on the histories, and what if Argonians don't settle near histories? Well, I think the lack of belly buttons in the games further supports that they are ovoviviparous, so if there's a birth away from a history community, a baby hatches in the mother and gets carried in another region, like in a Skyrim. As Mark Nelson said in 2003, all live at the whim of the Great Root. I think this lack of belly buttons can help prove that Argonians are always born from eggs, which can imply a lot about other things about Argonians. I'll be exploring these things a little in a future video, so make sure you stay subscribed and let me know what you enjoy or are curious about with our lizardy friends. If this video made you laugh or cry, please share it with someone who might feel the same. I also post most of the topics in my research for these videos on the TES Lore Reddit page, so if you enjoy a reading experience, check out the links in the description below. I haven't decided whether or not I'll write one up for this video, but if I do, it'll be down below. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, stay curious, and see you next time.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow on the knee.